everyone, let's join in. Just lie, lie, lies. Here we go. Lie, lie, lie. Yai, lie, lie, lie. Yai, lie, lie, lie. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, lie, lie. Yai, lie, lie, lie. Yai, 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 yai. Yai, lie, lie. Lie, yai. Yai, yai, lie. Yai, yai, lie. Yai, lie, lie. Yai, yai, lie. Yai, yai, lie. Yai, yai, yai. Yai, lie, yai.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
This is a day that I never thought we would have to face together, and this is a box I never thought I would have to use. But the National Council of Jewish Women predicted this. And so I signed up a few weeks ago to get our box for Temple Israel, limited supply. And sad to say that I'm sure that lots of people are clamoring for something like this to do. What can we do? How do we do this? Nobody knows, however old you are in this room, whether you remember 1973 or you were just a little tiny glimmer in that parent's eye, right? Or maybe you never heard of 1973. Kids, that was a long time ago. And yet, like, really, flash of an eye. Here it is. So how do we make sense of this? We go back and we go back and we go back to Torah. We say, how can I learn? We have a teacher. And it's that thing that rests in the ark, but it's actually just emanating all the time. We just have to find those shards of light and grab onto them, especially now. There's been so much emotion, and I just want you to know, first of all, that every emotion is allowed. Every emotion. Because that's how we deal as human beings when we're confused or we're feeling overwhelmed. The emotions come and we try to make sense of them because that's also what human beings do. But we can acknowledge in a very safe space, this sacred space, that we may be scared. And I was just reading yesterday, like I didn't care if my eyeballs fell out. I was just reading and trying to digest and getting indigestion at the same time. Reaching for the Tums, I was like, what are we supposed to do? And I'm just so grateful that we have this to rely on and you to rely on. Just thank you for coming, because I did not want to be alone. And my friends, Cantor Moses and Rabbi Klein, I'm so proud that we can, in this moment, stand together. That there was no doubt in my mind. Yes, some people might say, oh, this is a bridge too far on abortion, right? That third rail for so many conversations. And we're all allowed to disagree wherever we disagree, and yet we come back to Torah to guide us. And the Torah says that at the end of Shabbat, you have to make a Havdalah. You have to make a separation. We have to be able to see at all times what is Kodesh and what is Chol. What is holy and what is mundane or profane. You have to know the difference, because which one are we supposed to be reaching for? Kedusha all the time, but we know it can't be Shabbat all the time. We couldn't live in a Shabbat world. We could only handle it one day a week. But now when we reach our Havdalah ceremony, this very special ceremony, which will mark the end of Shabbat, but also mark the end of an era in American history where, because of a law that was passed, women had the opportunity, if they needed to end a pregnancy for whatever reason, whether she was sick or not, whether she wanted it or not. Whatever the circumstances were, the United States Constitution then supported that, and we don't know what to do without it. So this is now a time that we say, God, help me figure out how to make that leap across this chasm. All I see is a wall of water, and I have no idea how you're going to split those seas that we can go across in freedom once again and never, ever take it for granted. So instead of feeling paralyzed, thank you for being here. Instead of wondering, am I alone? You've verified you're not. And we're going to follow a very special service that NCJW put together, and we'll even use their matches that they sent. But first, a poem. A lot of people thought about this day before it ever came, and this is Ellen Dannon's reflection on this moment. It's called Fear and Overcoming, Breathing in a Strong Spirit. In the beginning, God gave us breath and the courage to begin life on earth. Where does our strength come from? What gives us chazak ve'emat, strength and courage? God works miracles with a yad chazak, a strong hand. But with the Egyptian army in pursuit, Moses took a breath, held out his arm over the sea, and a strong east wind blew all night and turned the sea to dry ground. In the dark, we wait for deliverance from Mitzrayim, the narrow place, Egypt, to enter the promised land. God's ruach, God's spirit, through the night brings peace, rest, and courage to walk into the sea on dry land, through the roiling wall of waters on each side. We face the fear that challenges us. We give breath to calm the fear that enwraps us. We draw strength from our community. We cheer each other on. We sing, we shall overcome. I shall overcome. We are not afraid. I am not afraid. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Strength, strength, and may we all be strengthened. Rabbi Klein.
This week, we are marking a very significant separation. The separation from one way of being with abortion access in this country for nearly 50 years and another. Separation between a country where abortion was the legal law of this land to a country where this is no longer so. But unlike the traditional Havdalah ceremony, which marks all distinctions as valuable, the sacred and the mundane, the seventh day and the other six, Jews and all the other communities of the world here, we know that this time into which we are crossing is not as worthy of divine praise as the time we are leaving behind. As a result of the Supreme Court's decision, more people will be harmed, with disastrous effects on their autonomy, dignity, safety, health, and lives. And abortion bans in the United States intensify every structural inequality that exists in this country. They disproportionately harm those struggling to make ends meet. BIPOC, BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, and people of color communities, immigrants, young people, disabled people, individuals in rural communities, trans men, and some non-binary people. Those denied abortion care are more likely to wind up in poverty or trapped in abusive relationships as a result of denied care. This is our pain, the national shame, and a new kind of responsibility that we carry into this new week.
But we can mark as holy our ways of being in the world. Our obligations to show up for those most impacted by this decision have changed, and our actions now for a more just world will be different. And they will be holy, just as our work to care for each other was and still is holy. There is work to be done. These times, this new, terrible era will demand much of us. Shabbat will become more important than ever as we need to rest and refuel in order to stay in this work for the long haul. Traditionally, we mark the end of Havdalah with a prayer for Eliyahu Hanavi, our hope for redemption. In this Havdalah ceremony, we will also call upon Miriam Hanaviyah, Miriam, our prophetess, that she may lead us without delay to the waters of help and healing. This is really a chance to call upon the Elijah and the Miriam inside each of us, the prophetic, courageous voices inside of us that demand we bring forth a better world. As we separate between Shabbat and the week that lies ahead, we pray for the redemptive strength we need to keep going.
The opening phrase of Havdalah says, Hine el Yeshuati eftach velo efchad. Behold my redeeming God, I am confident, unafraid. For God is my strength and song and has been my deliverance. You will draw joyfully water from the wells of salvation. God is our help. May God bless God's people. God of the universe is with us. The God of Jacob is our protection. God of the universe, happy is the person who trusts in you. God, redeem. May the sovereign answer on the day that we call.
And now I will chant those beautiful sacred words in Hebrew. Yeshuati eftach velo efchad, ki ozi וזמרתיה, Adonai vayehi li lishua, ושאבתם מים בששון, ממענה הישועה, לאדוני ישועה לעמך ויחתך סלה. אדוני צבאות עמנו משגב לנו, אלוהי יעקב סלה. אדוני צבאות אשרי אדם בוטח בך, אדוני הושיע, המלך יעננו ויום קורנו.
Now we say, so may there be, there was light and gladness, joy and honor for the Jewish people.
ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר, כן תהיה לנו כוס ישועות אשא, ובשם אדוני אקרא. יאי לי לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה לה יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה לה יה לה לה ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם.
Borei Pri Hagafen.
Borei Pri Hagafen. Borei Pri Hagafen. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Borei Minei Besamim.
Borei minei besamim. Borei
Minei Besamim. You can open up if you want.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Borei Meorei Ha'esh.
Borei
Meorei
Ha'esh. Borei Meorei Ha'esh. Ya
קודש לחול, קודש לחול, המבדיל לחושך, בין ישראל לעמים, בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה. ברוך אתה אדוני, המבדיל בין קודש לחול. If you feel like coming closer, maybe making a little circle, you can, because I feel like just coming a little bit closer in proximity helps us bring Eliyahu a little bit closer. You can stay where you are, but if you want to come up. A little like underscore. So I want to say, this is a great moment for you to set a kavanah. You know, we've just stepped over that strange step onto the path that we don't understand what it's going to look like ahead. But if you have an inkling of what that dream looks like, the best part of it, whatever it meant to you that freedom existed yesterday morning and doesn't now, we have to then recraft what our dream is, starting now. What does it look like? Can you put it in a word? Can you put it in a phrase? Just take a second. Form it in your mind. Does it look like someone having easy access? Does it look like someone having someone who's standing right beside them when they make a hard choice? Does it look like doctors and volunteers and friends and family of a pregnant person feel safe doing their job, not scared of being criminalized or surveilled? What does that dream look like for you? What does that morning look like when we wake up and we know that that access has been restored, that freedom to choose has returned? What does it look like? What does it feel like to trust the people in our midst, our fellow citizens, and to know that this is a safe and blessed country and we are so lucky? God, if God could just help us formulate that kavanah so we can see it, because we're going to have to march there. We're going to have to get there, and it's going to feel like a slog, an exhausting, bitter, hard, scary slog. That's why we have to do it together. So somebody shout out a word. Somebody shout out a phrase. What does it look like? Come on, I need inspiration.
Courage.
The grind. Hope. Fight. Resistance. Democracy. Say it loud, say it loud. I missed that word. Safety. Vote. We'll get there. We got each other. We got to look at the people around this room and also remember to give them a call. How you doing? Did you read the news today? Did you have the guts? What do you need? What would it be like? You know, let's meet at shul. You know, let's meet for coffee. Let's meet for a drink. Let's meet for something that we agree is going to give us both strength. Because when we're flagging, we're going to need to think about each other's faces. And if, God forbid, there are another set of rights that are taken away in this country because this was the straw that broke that camel's back, boy, we better remember each other's faces. Then we need to carry each other. Right now, we're just going to join hands, but we might need to actually carry each other. But that goal is there, and this is the meandering path through the desert, and we've been here before. So you just keep on walking. All right, let's pass a little love around the circle. So the person on your left, give him a little tap and say, Shalom. The person on your right, say courage. Courage. Let's sing Miriam Hanaviyah,
which means Miriam the prophet. Her strength and song in her hand. Miriam, dance with us in order to increase the song of the world. Miriam, dance with us in order to repair the world. Soon she will bring to the waters of redemption. Bring us to the waters of redemption.
Miriam Hanaviyah, Oz vezimra beyada. Miriam tirko ditanu lehagdil zimrat olam. Miriam tirko ditanu letaken. A good week, a week of peace. Let gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. Let gladness reign and joy increase. Shavua Tov. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Please do look for all updates on our website for any news. And if you have things to send that you'd like to have posted on Facebook or our website, please send them to us, and we'll try to get everything updated. Shavua Tov, thank you for being here. Drive safely.